All right. Give me the plunge. Here we go. We're plunging. Knight d5. Never seen this before. Okay, so the knight comes in. I think we'll start with d4, and if takes, we'll go for this bishop d3 move. Because the knight makes it hard to react to something on the e-file here. Okay, so someone played this against me recently, and I was like, damn. Isn't this a very good move? Let's go here. Literally, I remember looking at this. The answer was like playing bishop d2 and c3 or something. So I think we'll try it. We also have b4 here. I feel like that's extra good for us. Okay, he has 97s, so I think we'll continue with the c3 move now. Knight g5 looks, I don't know, looks like a move. The queen can't move, so he can't castle that way. He goes this way, but he's just mated now. GG. Okay, so that went a lot better. I remember we played a game where the guy played knight c5 here, and it was the first time I'd seen it. And I was like, huh? This actually looks like a really good move. I think rook e1 is actually a bit better than bishop d2 first. So I'll have to remember this, but I know that it's this move, and then very strange bishop d2 and c3. And just trying to get the, get a position like this. And at the cost of now 2 pawns, white is slightly better. Now, if I'm slightly better, and I'm down 2 pawns, oh my god, that means like I have basically a piece of compensation. Like a knight's worth of compensation. So you always want to be, if there's ever a position with an valuation of around even, but you're down material in it, it means you have a very, very good position. Yeah, and everything's just aimed in the right spot. The knight actually can't be touched by any piece. Like, it's unassailable. Super strong knight. Okay. Well, our opponent is very likely going to pre-move most of this because he's in the chat. Which also means that we anticipate the absolute top variation here from this guy. Anyone disinterested in playing a game is definitely ready. King A1. Okay, we're gonna develop here. We can go here, but we can also take. Honestly, at this point, though, we can also play knight here. I don't really see a problem with that. King probably shouldn't be there, so we're just gonna move it. Don't need to allow that. Double the rooks here. G6 and King G7 will also feel pretty good. Ooh, giving me the outside pass pawn, I would think is a good thing for me. I think we are gonna put this up to A3. It's undefeated. I've never lost with it. Not once in my life. Yeah, we gave one queen up. It was an investment. We got 2 queens back. That's a pretty good return on investment. Yeah, I guess he didn't play the absolute best line, but he played a very, very good line. As soon as you see queen A1, you know you're dealing with a sweaty. Be careful of these guys. Okay. Playing the undefeated. When people play this, you should always be very, very happy. These positions generally turn out extremely well. Just castle, my man. Oh my god. No one has ever survived this position. That's just a fact. Nobody lives to tell the tale. That's for sure. I mean, it's just the most brain dead, so easy to play. Like, I mean, literally there's a hanging pawn if I want to just win my pawn back. Knight b4, knight g4, and I don't even have to think about the moves here. It's just like, it's just KO central. Like, but I mean, this is complete brain dead stuff. Like, the d6, when people play f4 after knight c6, I already know the game's over. Like, for a fact. It's just like, no, I've like, these are autopilot. I'm not even using like 1% of my brain. All you have to know after f4 is just play d6 and just get this position right here. As soon as you get it, the game's over. The game will end promptly. Never castle kingside. Just the bishop, like literally the pieces could go anywhere as long as you remember to castle queenside. Bishop could go here, 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 or here. As long as you put the queen there and castle that way, like, you'll accidentally, you'll blunder into a winning position. It's so hard not to make a good move in this position. G5 is probably a good move. Literally, G5 is still equal. Like, position is that good. I would be interested in more games like that. E4. Okay, he thought about it for a sec. Okay, he played knight g6. If you guys have been watching this opening against the Sicilian, you haven't seen knight g6, well, you're seeing it now. h5 was going to trap the knight, so he plays h5 himself. Makes sense, but now, watch me attack this g6 knight and observe how it has nowhere to go. It just doesn't have anywhere to go. He's developing, makes sense, but observe this move. Again, just annoying. Like, what the hell? It has nowhere to go, and it's attacked. Literally, the only move is to move this knight again, so it's defended. But I'm just going to ignore that. I'm just going to play chess. I'm just going to bring the knight out. I got some nasty knight moves incoming. Knight d5 looks like it's winning, but there is queen e6 or queen a5. He goes e5. Probably a decent attempt. I think I'm just going to castle, though. I think knight d5, I mean, knight d5 wins the game here. So, I mean, he's lost. Rook e1, knight c7, I mean, next game, please. And that's all because the knight on g6 was trapped and I was attacking it and he couldn't deal with that. Just game over. He's not even threatening mate here, so it's not something we actually need to be concerned about. How are we going to go for the win here? I think what we are going to do is... Knight c7 is obviously killer. I'm really liking the look of this, followed by this. Once the king's there, and then f6, bishop takes. And bishop e7. Where are all the wins? Okay. This looks a little bit fancy, but unfortunately, I won't actually win at the end of that. So, I don't love it. Here, I guess we should respect the move knight takes h4. We have bishop g5, so should be fine. Goes for this one. Takes. We can just play g3 there. Bishop f4, and we also have a continuation we're probably not going to see because he's going to develop his bishop, but it would have been nice. Rook e1, rook e8, or sorry, queen takes c8 and rook e8 mate. But yeah, he just doesn't have any mate threats anymore. Could start with this one. We're happy to trade though. Just kind of bring the pieces. Interesting. He wants to trade queens. I'm okay with that. Save the knight. Oh, this was a very one-sided game. Again, happy to trade. 95, we can take it because we're winning that bishop. Taking will definitely help make our life a little bit easier. Alright, we got rid of his pawn. Just put the bishop on h8, so that it's impossible to stalemate. Like, the bishop won't be covering a random square. GG. That one really is in the checkmate course. Exclamation mark course. Making sure to get that f4 move out quickly so that people take. Bishop f5, I'm not sure we've actually seen because knight g3 looks very good here. Knight f2 is kind of the whole point of the opening, but knight g3 is just just good. Yeah, I can't say no to that. This guy's thirsting for bishop g4. That's fine. We'll get our knight in. Castle. f5 is looking possible. Very nice looking position here. Huh. So let's try to anticipate. Because he wants to castle, right? For sure. So queen d5 seems like the move that he'll want to do. We can definitely take that, but I'm probably going to hold off and keep the pressure. Let's see. I'm gonna do this. Looks really odd, but I think that bishop's the best piece on the board. So instead of bishop takes, I'm gonna do this, and I'm just gonna sack. Just take it off the board and go from there. Let's take this way. Now we have queen h5, rook d1. Looks good. King here is covered by that. Knight d5 takes and queen f7. Probably going to win something here. GG. That worked really well. I mean, bishop f5 is a very normal move in the Caro-Kann. But it felt like after knight here, I mean, you can't go here or here, so it's uncomfortable. And you play bishop d7. Definitely not a move you're happy to play. Okay, e4. Same thing. Ooh, e5. Okay. I have seen e5 only, I feel like, once so far in the speedrun. And it was with moderate success. So let's take. Yeah, here, the thing is I can retreat my pieces to g3 or to f2, so I'm actually doing all right here. Yeah, we could go here. Works really well. Queen e2, though, is pretty decent, I think. Don't really see the compensation here. We can, to be honest, we can just take that. I think this move kind of makes a point here. At some point, the position gets is so good that maybe you don't trade queens, but I'm still in the queen trade mood. Like, we're just doing so well here. Yeah, it feels like we're up 2 pawns. It is only 1, but yeah, e6 loses. Just got to go knight c7 at some point. Yeah, knight f4, we have bishop f1. Knight g5 looks like a nice move. Trying to keep the bishops as well here. Kind of expect this, but I'm up a pawn. I have 2 bishops. Position looks very uncomfortable. Big. I'm just gonna do this. You could say that this is ill-advised, but it does look like fun, and fun's good. We'll take. I'm trying to orchestrate some. Okay, here I think we just want this. We're gonna win a lot of pawns here. Can we just move this bishop? Even rook takes d5 is possible. Should be winning. We have a lot of pawns. Wasn't as much fun as we wanted. Still pretty good though. I'll take the last pawn. That's 4 connected pass pawns. Oof. Oof. And that move even... let's just do this. Surely I can win with 3 connected pass pawns. It'd be a real shame if I couldn't. The only principle we really need to remember, let's just trade, is to advance the pawns on light squares because we have a dark square bishop. This would be a clever move. Yeah, but now he's stuck in here. A little king checkmate. King checkmate looks pretty nice. Okay. E4, E5. Knight's coming out. We're most likely playing this. Our setups are basically queen on f6, knight on e7. So in this one, we go first with the queen. Knight needs to move. I usually go back. Yeah, let's go here. There's knight b5. We'll take and go knight a6. At this point, I guess we can just stop the move altogether. Okay, knight f4. Take that. We have a very good Very good position here, at least structurally. Right there, I'll go knight a4. Kind of has to play that. Fortunate for him that it exists, otherwise it really would just be game over. Let's go here. The chance of this working is very high. Also, he can't move the bishop, so... And we'll just play bishop d7 next. Yeah, he goes here. Now it works all the same. Better not to start with this. I think better to just take. And the knight has this square to retreat to, so we're not trapped. G5, we'll just go h4. It goes there. Yeah, h4. And now this pawn is a permanent target. Since this is defended, there's not really anything that can go wrong for me anymore. We want him to take that. Still has a pawn, so this won't be a stalemate. Yeah, that was I think that was 7 bishop checkmate territory. He decided to bow out of that one. All right. Knight c3. I've been playing this. We'll get our 3.5 knights variation. Bishop out. Not sure it really stops anything. I can still go here. Huh? The heck is that? We'll always go back on bishop e3. This is the same. Because all I want is to use the f4 square, so... I think we'll be able to do that here. We'll take and go queen g6. It threatens bishop h3. Threatening that. And bring that rook over. I feel like the position looks kind of nice. Knight h4 is the threat here. If this, there might be knight d4. Which... not that keen to allow. Here. I think it actually does work. e4 is a nice move for me to achieve. Rook a e8. This and e6 is a little bit uncomfortable, to be honest. So uncomfortable, I'm actually thinking about this, but I think we have to play this. And this sucks. I thought this trapped the knight, but there's bishop takes b6, so I think I'll have to play it. But it'll just, it'll just be annoying. We're down a pawn. We can still kind of pretend this knight's trapped. It's not, but I think we can be a little annoying. So king e7, king d7 is the plan. Oh, didn't even notice knight b5. Oops. Oops. Probably got to take. Sad for me. Yeah, I missed this knight e6 move at the end of the whole calculation, which kind of affected everything. We are the one with the pass pawn, so that's about the only good thing I can say about our position. Let's go here, because I'd like him to do that. And might go bishop there. Rook e4 and d4. I mean, we're never really going to achieve d4, but if we put our king here and play rook there, I'm not sure how he's going to stop everything. Yeah, it's tough. Like, I'm trying to make this happen here. Oops. What am I doing? That's a important pawn as well, not just a pawn. I think we can go rook c2. I'll only be able to play that move if he moves his king, so again, it's a very safe pre-move. GG. We had to just kind of be in a slightly worse position there. It was a great game, but e4 was a little rushed. Yeah. This is like the maximum achievement. Such a great opening. Should just probably play this. Get out of the fork. Bring the rook to e8. Play bishop d5. Super nice position. I guess e4 is a little bit rushed. Yeah, and here I needed to not do that. But to be honest, I didn't even appreciate how strong this was. I thought maybe we're trapping the guy there, but no. We weren't. c7, bishop d6. So we're just worse. And we just put all our pawns on light squares. We're not like that much worse. Here we're probably better, but then it just became a time scramble. Let's continue. We'll hover it. Okay. The interesting thing about this is that I'm getting people to play queen c7, which is not good for them. Had this position before, but last time someone played this, that's not gonna happen again. That was a very friendly move. Maybe b5? Oh. Probably g6. Maybe we can go over with the queen, but also just bishop out so they can finally develop that. I think we're going to do this, though. Makes sense. There's nothing on that diagonal anymore, so maybe bishop e4, rook c1. There's no way you can take. I don't have a threat yet, so probably he's gonna decide on b5. But bishop e4, rook c1, we'll slowly be like making some pins, activating with tempo. Wow. Extremely surprised by that. I suppose this move is nearly forced. It was h5. So if g4, there's queen f4. We're not happy with that. Queen f4 is happening basically no matter what. I think that's why he played it, because he has queen f4 next. d8 is hanging if he plays queen f4. Can I use that to my advantage? Okay, maybe let's just go here. For some reason, I think he could definitely play that. But yeah, knight e5 will prevent queen f4, and then we can play bishop e4. For example, he might play this. Then I think we want to jump in with this one to stop that. And now, even some sacks on g6 are threatened. So he'll probably go bishop e8. This one is also sufficient. Want rook c1. We don't really want to trade, but we do win a pawn here. Not gonna say no to that pawn. Knight here we take. b3 coming. I think f4 and bring the king in is the way to go. This should be good though. We want to see e5, then we just move back. Can we do this? Looks like yes. Takes king d5. king D or king C3. We want to go rook here and here. It's got to play F6, I think. GG. E4, E5. I've been enjoying this way of developing. Let's take, let's go H6. And I think what I'll do is I'll just play C5, bishop D6. Okay. Go for this. Right here we can take it. This guy plays super fast, but not that well. Isn't it very satisfying to beat someone who's basically pre-moving every move? I think no matter what, that feels good. Instead of starting another game, I'm gonna decline, because I know that will make him more angry. All right, continuing E4 and quick D5. He's never met the move A3 before. Surely not. Knight C6 is interesting. And we could just honestly go like that now. Okay. Fine by me. Hex F6. This looks extremely unpleasant. We just keep developing. Not really sure what's happening here. It's like one of the strangest games ever. Oh no, I might get mated. The queen has a lot of backup here. The pieces are all I'm being swarmed here. Yikes. Best way to defend a sacrifice, I always say, is bishop f1 or knight h2. Like, top 2 defensive moves of all time, that's for sure. And I guess the bishop is looking pretty reliable here. Maybe he'll launch these. Oh, it's time. It's time for the biggest threat this guy has ever seen. Damn. I had to try it. Queen h2 is not going to be mate either. Oh wow, that's a very surprising move. Ain't the brightest tool in the shed. GG. That was a very subpar opening. Scandinavian. We don't deal with it anymore because A3 turns it into the undefeated. No problem. But I mean, this was some of the worst development ever. Okay, so here is that same opening. And we basically had a free a6 move, if you remember last game. The longer he takes on this move, the more I'm thinking he's going to play bishop c3. Okay, smart by him. Stop castling there. That move doesn't look very good. I mean, we always have knight a5. I'm gonna go rook c5 and then knight a5. I thought knight a5 first would be good, but it's actually kind of annoying. We take queen takes and our pawn is not easy to defend. Let's actually go here. Here, queen takes. It's possible. GG. Ended up being kind of a force mate there at the end. Oh, massive edge, 21.99. Thanks very much. En passant. Thesaurus, thanks for the 5 subs. Whoa, those pieces. All right, E4. Hey, we don't see this opening too much. He didn't even take us. Come on now. E5. Feels like we want to do this. Running this, so we might need to see f6 from him. I think we just take this. I mean, I could take this way, but this actually makes another threat. Castles takes... I'm worried about my back rank, but I think we win a piece there. Just gonna develop. This is still hanging, so we can't castle just yet. Might go queen here. Okay, and I don't think this is playable, so I can just take it. That's a good move. Here, b5. Not good enough. Can't take that. Very crafty, very crafty. I want to take that. I'm going to keep it real simple, though. Just take this. King F1. We have Rook E2. Bishop here loses. We do actually want to play c5 here. Looks a bit strange, but I think we want very quickly to go like that. Knight e3 forces the pawn to go forward, which I think we want. Try this. So now we have pawns on both sides. GG. A little bit of a non-French here. This is our French opening. C3 and pre-move knight F3. And it takes a lot not to take that pawn. If they do, queen a4 check. We've only seen the French a few times. Honestly, not a popular opening. Almost nobody plays the French. So he ended up playing this, and okay, I just decided to play this. Which worked out. GG's. 2200. I think that's fair. And leave it there for now.